Audrey and Charlotte Pence are two of Vice President Mike Pence's 3 children. You may not know much about them as they don't generate nearly as much media attention as President Trump's kids. But while they might not get as much time in the spotlight, that doesn't mean that they aren't worthy of it. The Pence sisters were prepared for their dad being elected VP because they were used to him being a public figure. Pence spent 12 years as a congressman before being elected as governor of Indiana in 2012, so Audrey and Charlotte Pence, along with their brother Michael, pretty much grew up on the campaign trail. The Pence kids weren't just along for the ride. According to the vice president himself, they've had a hands-on role in his career. He told 13 WTHR, "This has always been a family affair for us. From the very first campaign headed out to county fairs, while Karen and I would be shaking hands at the Republican tent, the kids would be standing out in front of the tent handing out flyers and shaking hands." You might expect the Pence kids to share their family's political views, at least publicly, but Audrey has opinions of her own and she's not afraid to share them. Back in 2013, when Pence became governor of Indiana, she caused a bit of a stir by saying that she considers herself to be a politically independent social liberal. The then 18-year-old had voted for her dad, but did so on a split ticket with her dad's support. Audrey told 13 WTHR, "Probably the person I get the most respect from is my dad on that. He tells me so many times, 'I am proud of you for having your own opinions and looking into things.'" Since she seems to be distancing herself from the conservative stances of the rest of the Pence family, you might expect Audrey to be something of a rebel. While she doesn't have the same political views as her dad, she does share his interest in the law. Could the law degree she's pursuing from Yale be a prelude to a political future? Late in 2018, Charlotte released a book she wrote about her dad called Where You Go: Life Lessons from My Father, with a foreword by Mike Pence himself. But that wasn't Charlotte's first foray into the world of book writing. Earlier in 2018, she came out with Marlon Bundo's A Day in the Life of the Vice President. The book features the family's pet rabbit, Marlon Bundo, as he hops around Washington, D.C. following Grandpa Pence. Like many things in the Pence family, the children's book was a family effort. Second Lady Karen Pence provided watercolor illustrations. According to the Los Angeles Times, Charlotte explained at a book signing, "We worked on it closely together, traded ideas, and for the most part, we're on the same page. We think Marlon has a lot more adventures to go on, and we'd love to do something for a sequel." The book was a success and it transformed Charlotte from a recent college grad into a New York Times best-selling author. Proceeds from the book's sales went to the A21 campaign, a nonprofit fighting human trafficking, and Tracy's Kids, a program offering art therapy for children who've been diagnosed with cancer. When TV host John Oliver came out with a parody version of Marlon Bundo's A Day in the Life of the Vice President called A Day in the Life of Marlon Bundo, Charlotte reacted gracefully. The book features a gay bunny who falls in love with another male bunny. Proceeds went to organizations that support the LGBTQ community. Charlotte took the parody in stride, and in an interview with Fox Business, she even gave the book her support.
We have 2 books that are giving to charities that are about bunnies, so I'm all for it, really.
Charlotte wasn't just being diplomatic either. She supported the parody version of her book by buying a copy of her own. While it's possible that the Pence family is only okay with Audrey's liberal views because they're family, the more conservative Charlotte also has a ton of liberal friends, which shows that she's tolerant of opposing viewpoints. She told the DePaulia, "I would say that most of my friends are not very political, or if they are, they're very liberal." Although Charlotte isn't liberal, she doesn't consider herself to be totally conservative either, and she reportedly doesn't always agree with the Trump administration's policies. She went on to say, "I'm not really a political person. I think I have views that go across the board. I'd say that I'm more of a moderate or independent than really have specific aligned views. And I think that's something that's really been encouraged by my parents since I was really little. I mean, just to have your own opinions about things and your own ideas." Family loyalty runs deep with the Pences. Charlotte talked to The View about her dad, and she was quick to affirm that her dad is a good person who, contrary to what many may think, is not filled with, quote, animosity or hatred.
He doesn't have a bad feeling towards anyone, despite his actual strong
Well, he's very religious also.
Exactly, yeah.
In an interview this time with Fox News, Charlotte said her father raised her to believe it's a good thing that he has critics.
When people are speaking out against elected officials, when they disagree with them, that actually is a good thing. That means that the system's working. I mean, that's how America is supposed to look.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.